Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's enjoying this slightly warmer weather today. You're listening to another edition of 623 Lives Matter Radio on WOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. We got our brother here, Trustee Jumbo Daniels. What's up, Trustee? What's happening? I think yours should be on. It's right there.
What's happening?
Uh-oh. You got it? I have all kind of problems this morning. You got it? There you go. There you go. So what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's good.
No.
Oh.
That should be good enough.
All right. So, Jumbo, we had a lot of stuff happen over this past weekend. Everybody know we had a meeting with Rob Whartonby. For all those that don't know, Rob Whartonby was the BA that stepped down, got fired, whatever the case may be. We still don't know, from our E-board. So that makes two BAs that stepped down. But Whartonby actually stepped down from being a trustee and a BA. Hey, babe, how you doing? So we had a meeting this Sunday. Me, Clarence. Okay. Where you at here?
Yeah, well, you had a
There
meeting.
you go.
You had a meeting?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, we had a meeting, and for the most part, it was good. It was a good meeting. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, it wasn't bad or anything. But I'm just going to talk a little bit about what happened. Now, everybody knows that, and everybody knows this, it would be best to have one slate go up against the incumbents. I mean, that would be the ideal thing, and I think everybody agrees to that. Now, is it impossible to win with more than one? You had local 804. They had 4 slates run, and they took out the incumbents. And then you had local 767 down in Fort Worth, Texas. 4 slates. They took out their incumbents. So it's not impossible. So we sat down at the table, and Rob, he came to us and told us, hey, he wants to start his own slate, and he had somebody with him, and he wanted to make me the president of that slate, and Bagby the recording secretary of that slate. And we were listening to him talking. They was going to change the name to 623 United and everything. So we were just sitting there listening, and Clarence, I looked at Clarence. Clarence was a little upset, but I kind of expected that what was going to happen. So while he was talking, I said, hey, listen, no disrespect, but we have worked hard and too long at what we've built to try to join up with somebody else. It's not us being arrogant or cocky or like we know it all, because we're not and we don't. But just to put this in this perspective, if you start building a house and you go all the way up and it's almost completed, you're not just going to stop to go join up with somebody else who has no foundation, who has a lot of baggage with them. Nothing against Rob. Even though he's not a part of the Unity slate anymore, he still has some of their, I guess, what you want to call it, remnants on him. Like there's a lot of stuff that he has to get rid of before people can truly go along with him. Now, I told him, if he want to join up with us, that's a possibility. That's on him. But we cannot throw away all what we built up. I mean, we got so much support from the people in the local, members on every building, the relationships we built with other labor organizations in the city, as far as the teachers, the IOTC union, the carpenters, the electricians. All these people are going to back us whenever we need, especially when we get closer to election. You're going to see a lot of people stand at the gates with us to support what we've been doing up these past 4 years. So for us to throw that all away is not going to happen. So And we told him that. Now, he was receptive of it. He said he may think about it. I'm hoping he does. But if he doesn't, good luck to him and good luck to everybody else. But there's just, we can't do it. And then, they was talking about, well, if you stand on your principles, now this is what he told me. If you stand on your principles, you're going to be on the outside looking in. Don't you want to win, But winning at the cost of selling my people out, not going to happen. I didn't get involved. We didn't get involved in this. Jumbo had been out there for 100 years on the side of the road. He did not get involved in this just to turn around and sell everybody that put us to the position where we at out. It's just not going to happen. So that's where we at. Like I said, he's more than welcome to join up and be a part of what we're building. Would it be good if he was on the ticket? Absolutely. Would it be good if he's not on the ticket? Absolutely. Can we win without him on the ticket? Absolutely. I believe we're going to win without him. But again, that's not being arrogant or cocky. Would it be easier with him on the ticket? Of course. But we're just not going to throw it all away and just start with something different. So you know what we did? So we came in today, the last few days, and we started asking people about, that. And they were very, very upset. They didn't like the idea of us just throwing all what we built up away to add somebody else. You know what I mean, Jumbo? They didn't like that. They didn't like that at all because we built this on principle and not politics. And that's why I explained to them at that meeting. We're not political people. We built this from the ground up on principles, and that's why people got involved with it.
Well, first of all, I wasn't at the meeting. Lucky I wasn't at the meeting.
Right.
I'm not that type of guy. So what happened is when you have a meeting, you come, you sit down, you talk. You don't dictate. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See if it can be worked out. You understand what I'm saying? And, then you talk about what positions. But you can't come to the meeting saying, I'm going to be the principal officer. You start the meeting off wrong. Completely wrong. That's all I got to say about it.
Well, and then we was talking about some other things that were brought up in this meeting. I'm going to tell you something. Shanahan he's done. He's done in his local. And I kept reiterating this point to the guys there. And I told them straight up, I said, listen, the only reason why they won, and I want everybody to understand what I'm about to say, because it's true. The only reason why the Unity Slate won in 2016 was because of one man, Bill Shanahan. He's the only reason why they won. You put him in any other position besides the principal officer, they lose. It don't matter if you got 3 slates, 4 slates. It don't matter. They lose if it wasn't for him. He's done. He is done in his local.
Let me cut you off. All right, so now the member's been saying Hooker, Bagby, Jumbo, Esposito.
Right.
We keep saying Shanahan is weak. He's done. The members said, why should we vote for Richard Hooker?
Right.
Can you answer that question?
Well, for one thing, number one, you never have to worry about which side I'm on. You never have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about me not fighting the company, not protecting your rights, not protecting the contract, not honoring your dues, and not honoring who you are as a Teamster. That's number one. Number two, you're going to know everything that's going on. That's why we started this whole thing with the bylaw amendment, to show you that there is a way to have transparency, because what has been going on, we don't know everything. We don't know anything with these guys. For an example, the $6 million pension shortage that they was talking about is happening.
They didn't tell us what that was for.
Now, but check this out. Found out on Sunday, the reason why we didn't know was, guess what? Shanahan.
Right.
They had a plan to show us what was going on with the $6 million pension. Now, I want y'all to understand that. So all that time he was going around telling, oh my God, this, that, and the other, you know what, all this kind of rigmarole, If you don't vote yes the first time, this, that. They had a plan to tell us what was going on with the $6 million and why it was short. And all these kinds of things. They had it written down. But everybody's man who thinks he's this, that, and the other, he's the one that stopped it. He's the one. So, again, you ask why you should vote for me? Transparency. Transparency. If you don't have transparency, especially in a union, and you're taking people money every week, and you can't tell them what's going on with it, that's the problem, John.
Yeah, what happened is everybody voted yes for the contract. They didn't know what the $6 million was.
Right.
So they voted yes, they didn't even know what they were voting for.
Right, and that's the thing about it. He's used the scare tactic for the company. Not for you and me, for our families, for the company.
All right, so moving forward, part-timers said that they don't come to union meetings, they don't vote because we only care about the full-timers. So the part-timers said, why should they vote for you?
Well, listen, I never forgot where I came from. Trust me, I never forgot. I was part-time for about 7 years. I know the struggle. I see it. I'm with you guys, 110%. I know what it's like. I never forgot what it's like. That's why we do a lot of our flyering and a lot of our talking when we speak to people. We try to hit the part-timers the most because they feel disenfranchised from everybody else. They make up about 70% of the workforce, but they feel like they're not a part of the workforce or the union. That's why, when you see the company, the part-timers feel more engaged with the company than the union, and that's a problem. That's because people that's in office don't care. That's why now, if you notice, the part-timers are starting to come around a little bit more, especially after that retro check debacle. They told them to vote, yeah, you're going to have it by now.
And they said, vote yes, you're going to have it in October. That's what they told.
Right. So now, this is the thing. We can't lie to anybody, but especially not the part-timers, because they do a lot, but they get, they get very little. They get very little for what they do, and they make up the majority of the workforce and the union. UPS Teamsters, their paid dues mostly are part-timers. They make up the majority of the dues paying members. If you look at our local, you got about 3,400 members. About 20, 29, 28, 27 of them are part-time. So, and we don't show up, we don't come out to the gate, we don't engage them, we don't do anything. But I bet you this, wait till March, May, and all the rest for the rest of the year. They're gonna be trying to get every last one of them. But like I said, the part-timers, they know that we fight for them. They see it. They never have to worry or doubt. But that's for anybody. But the question was asked about the part-timers. You never have to worry about the part-timers being shortchanged, disenfranchised. Like Jones said, 75% of the membership is part-timers. But they don't show up because they don't feel like they're a part of anything. So that's why we came up with the ATM committee. It was basically to get the part-timers more involved. We wanted them to know, hey, listen, you do have a voice. You do matter.
Let me cut you off. You're saying the voice.
Right.
So the part-timers, you saying the part-timers have a voice.
Right.
The part-timers said, if they vote for you and you get in office, when they come to the local, when they ask a question and you disagree with them, are you going to cut them off?
No, you can't cut people off. You can't cut people off. People come down there, they got problems, they got issues. You can't cut anybody off. They pay to be there. Their dues pay for that building. Keep the lights on. So when you start cutting people off and this, that, and the other, number one, you're disrespectful to the people that's putting food on your table. So yeah. I don't want anybody to ever feel disenfranchised. Like you said, if you vote for myself and the rest of the team, you're going to get a team that wants to build relationships with each and every member. And we brought that up at the meeting we had on Sunday. Yeah. These guys don't have any relationships with the members at all. They just They're just taking our money.
The members said that whose job is it to post the seniority list? Will it be your job or will it be HR job?
The union's job, because that's where you get the seniority at.
They said, well, it'll be current.
Yeah, it's gonna be current.
All right, they said now if they vote for you for Secretary Treasurer,
Right.
when the jobs go get given to people, are you going to post it on the bulletin
Yeah,
board
it's
and
gonna
website?
it's gonna be on a revamped website, and it's gonna be in the hub. So, because we got to keep up with what's going on. We got to keep up with what's going on. We got to keep up with what's going on. Things are changing. We got to get out of the Stone Age with what's going on. So. Joe, you sick? Yeah, but sister, but you're not gonna have to worry about, and that comes with transparency, seniority list. When you gonna get a job? Who got the job? Where you fall in at it?
Let me cut you off. Now you're talking about job now.
Right.
They said when the part-timer said when he comes up to you, when you principal officer, right? Mm-hmm. What's my seniority date? What you gonna tell him? Are you gonna blow him off?
No, you should be able to go. You should be able to go right to the site. Hey, what's your name, brother? Bang, 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 bang. When did you start? Bang, 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 bang. Hey. I can show it right to him, right on my phone.
No,
or go to the CAF and show him.
In the contract, every 3 months the seniority list has to be updated.
Right.
So if that was enforced by our union, then nobody would have to question when your seniority date is. Secondly, when somebody get a full-time job, it's imperative that you post it. So this way, Jumbo don't feel like he got cheated.
Right.
Rich don't feel like he got cheated.
You got 2 weeks to...
This way you know who got the job.
Right.
So transparency is the key. You pay dues. It don't take much to put up who got the job. It don't take much to tell them, yo, y'all either update the seniority list or you're going to have a problem. That's why UPS do what they want to do, because nobody enforces it.
Right.
So, Richard Hooker, the members said if they vote for you, they said we have 2 buildings that's run 24/7, right?
Right.
Are they going to see you at nighttime and daytime?
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there as much as I possibly can. Not just me, but everybody. They're going to see somebody there all the time. Somebody got to be there. We only got 2 buildings.
No.
You only got 2 buildings. What, 5 miles apart?
I'm going to tell y'all a story about it. This is how I know that if y'all elect us in this election, you will be there. It was a time, and Richard Takers, he was there. I was on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
I came down with my pad, my book,
Yep.
and just to find supervisors working. They called security. They was going to escort me out. They said I'm going to call the cops. Dude, I'm on vacation. I can do it. I'm down here because I'm allowed to be to see what y'all doing wrong.
Right.
So if elected, you definitely will see this. You will do this slate. You will see, and that's a promise.
Right. Right. Because it's only 2 buildings.
Yeah, because the members saying why you have 5 BAs, why you don't have some at night, some in the daytime. What's your take on that?
Well, the BAs can rotate. They can rotate the schedule, like Saturday, for example.
Saturday and Sunday, this administration is not going to have.
No,
but that's the thing. We asked them in the meeting. We brought it up to them a couple of times, and they just will not do it.
We told them when we ran in 2016. We told them Saturday was a problem.
Yes.
The only time we seen them down there on a Saturday
is
when they wanted to hand out flyers. They knew we was down there.
Right.
That's the
when it was
only
time. Election time, it was it. Any other time they weren't there. We told them it was a problem. We went in there one Saturday. How many supervisors we wrote up that day? I can't remember. It was like 4 or 5 suits we wrote up. They're just taking our members' money. We tell the E-board, it is what it is. They do what they want to do. They don't care. Guy told me last night, he been calling out to trying to get some information. They took up like $310 worth of initiation fee. He trying to find out what's going on. $310.
When they start that?
He been calling. He can't get no answer.
First off, if the union hall is open from 8:30 to 11:05, whatever the case may be, somebody needs to be there to answer the phone. Because, and here's the thing, us UPSers don't have a 9 to 5.
Right.
So if they don't have a 9 to 5, no BA should have a 9 to 5. We need to work when the workers are working. Because there's no point us working 9 to 5 when everybody else is asleep and working the other jobs. We need
Right.
to be available when they need us.
Tell them about the safety thing, because I know some people want to know that about. You had a meeting with safety, with the not the safety, but with head of safety.
But everybody know they've been doing construction at the airport, and I'm gonna say it because I really don't care who says what. I call OSHA because they were doing some unsafe stuff. So, and I left my name. I didn't call anonymous. I called and said, my name is Clarence Bagg. This is what's going on down at the airport. They was welding over top of people's heads. They was lifting up steel over top of people's heads. So, yeah, I called OSHA. And we had a meeting with the district safety manager, had a meeting with the PE guy, and the construction people. And all they would, basically what they would want to do was let me know that, okay, from now on, we're going to do stuff the right way. So if we got to block this off, block that off, whatever the case may be. But the fact of the matter is, the reason why they even started doing that is because we made a fuss about it. If nobody says anything,
They gonna keep doing
UPS is going to do whatever they want to do.
Right.
All they care about is getting that new small sort up. They don't care about doing it safely. All they care about is how long it's going to take to get it up there and how much money it's going to cost them.
Now
That's it.
tell everybody about what you thought about that meeting.
I was listening. I was listening to the show on the way up, so I was hearing what they said. Now, I was very upbeat when Rob called me. He texted us and he said, "No, you don't have a meeting." So you're sure? Because
Right.
the one thing we need is to be united.
Right.
That I agree on. So we goes in, we sit down, and first thing he said was, well, he praises on how good we are. Then he starts talking about us joining up with him, and after he said that, I kind of lost focus on anything else he said because I was like, there's no way. I'm gonna tell you something right now. These two guys right here, I'll go to war with. We have been in wars.
Yep.
All of us. We went to Vegas. We was in wars. We've been in wars in the office. There's nowhere in the world I'm going to turn my back on either one of these or the membership. And to me, that's kind of what he was asking us to do. By saying, let's join, I want you to join me.
Right.
After all we've done. I mean, nobody's been out there. Jumbo's a fixture at the bottom of the hill. So there's nowhere in the world I can look myself in the mirror and say, I left any one of these members to join somebody else. We worked too hard for the membership.
Right.
We worked too hard together. We fought too many wars together.
Right.
So if we lose this election on our principles, then I can get up every day, look myself in the mirror, and be happy with who I am. I can't be happy with my.
Right,
It's
sell it
not
out.
just about winning the election.
What's up, man?
To me, I can't sell out, and to me, that's a sellout. I would never sell these guys out, and I would never sell the membership out. So if joining another slate, to me, that's not an option. I'm going to win, lose, or draw with these guys right here. And that's as simple as that.
And check this out, Clarence. Before I came here, right? Before we had a hearing, a driver came up to me that found out about what happened. He said, there is no way you guys can join up with anybody else. If you guys do, nobody in this building going to support you.
You know what? At the meeting, I say, Rob, if we do that, we're going to lose everybody that supports us. Because first thing they're going to say is, all this time is for nothing. Y'all been out there all this time.
Right.
Now I'm saying you want to... That to me, does that mean we don't have confidence in ourselves?
Right.
Because if you ask me, anyone over here, I got confidence in them. Because one of the things he asked us was, would you let Jumbo represent you? Would you let Expo represent you?
Yeah.
If my job was online, I'd trust any one of these guys to go in the office with me. Any one of them.
First of all, I never trusted Robert Worthy to represent me because every time I got Robert Worthy to represent me, my grievances were short because I didn't get double time in my grievance, and my grievances got paid out to another member, Joe Mikas. So let's put this in perspective, Rob. I'll tell you right now, you are the one that's in question about representing membership, not anybody else.
No, and another thing,
Facts is facts.
Yeah.
You want me to put the grievances out, I'll gladly put them out on public Facebook, everywhere, and make sure every grievance knows about it, right down at the airport and right down at Oregon Avenue, because people know.
one thing about every one of us, we're all different.
Yeah.
But we got the same goal.
Right.
And we all bring something to the table. And I said, I would go to war in a battle with any one of these guys, without a doubt.
So everybody keep asking me about retro checks and the bonus, right?
Yeah.
And they say, when we gonna get them? I said, listen, I hate to tell you that, but 804, them guys, they rumbling. They rumbling. I said, yo, they voted 3,000, no, 100, yes. They talking about Jumbo. Why we can't be like them guys? I said, we trying to be like them guys.
Right.
I said, if you put us in office, we gonna try and be like that, right? Well. I said, listen, the bonus is over with. They wanted to kill me last night. I said, the bonus is over with. It's over with.
Yeah.
I mean,
UPS got what they wanted.
yeah, it was supposed to be over in September. So you got to the end of the year, but I can't go nowhere. That's all I had.
I know.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, 804, they went back to negotiations starting yesterday. They're supposed to finish out the week. So everybody that wants to know, they in negotiations now from the 12th, I think, to the end of the week. So we'll find out what happened later on.
I think the question is what's going on with the Central PA, Western PA, Saltmans, the two other areas that predominantly control UPS in the state of Pennsylvania, which this local really screwed up on, because if they would have took the membership's voice and heard their dissatisfaction, could have blocked out the whole entire state.
Right.
This is a great opportunity for Teamsters on the East Coast to recognize the power that they have in this little section as the Teamsters in New Jersey, New York, and 804, and here in the state of Pennsylvania, to say, hey, listen, what a fair wage here is not the same fair wage that it is in Montana. Right. It ain't the same place. And UPS recognizes that. That's why they make market rate adjustments, because they have market rate adjustments in Harrisburg, where the feeder guys off the street make more than the starting rate. Very important to know this type of information, because you would think when reading a contract that everybody gets paid the same. And I used to think that when I was there, and UPS told me when I first got hired, I can't pay you any more than the minimum. Now all of a sudden they can. So I take that kind of offensively myself, and I think anybody that's been here a long time should take that offensively, because that's what everybody wanted. They either wanted more hours or more money an hour.
Right.
Take a question. Yet supervisors worked every day. People filed, didn't get paid right. Do you really need to go into the history, Rob? Do you need to go in to take a look at the hall? Because I will go exercise my rights under the bylaws to get those records on you, all right?
And speaking of that, the guys in Chicago are not under our contract.
Right.
And I don't know if y'all know, but they get 15. They fought. So when that contract is ratified, they'll start off with, they're getting the $15 an hour.
They got an extra $1 an hour for responders.
Yeah, and the part-timers got extra.
In Chicago?
Yeah, and the part-timers got more for like a sick or personal day too.
So
they got more. They got more.
Extra.
all right, so
They got a little more.
Our numbers guy here, Espo, just showed up. So Espo, you lose me a lot of time with these numbers. I'm go ahead here. Go ahead and get them.
I want to know what the $6 million is, because here's the problem. Shanahan's talking about $6 million the pension fund needs, right? We've had part-timers working in a full-time position in a full-time classification on a preload for years that he never went after that money.
Right.
So let's talk about each one of those individuals. Let's say it's 10, right? Times the $20,000+ a year that they would be taking in under the pension fund, right?
Right.
Then that's $200,000 right there every year. That $6 million is only over the course of the contract. It's not each year. It's over the course of the contract. So 200 times 5, that's $1 million of it right there
Right.
that he could have got back. So what really is the goal here? Is the goal to try to create an environment where people are flipping over before they get vested so they can take that $6 million back? Because it sure seems like that with the seniority lists. It sure seems like that in a workplace where there's turnover.
Right.
They don't know how to build unity in the place. They call themselves unity, but what unity are they building?
They don't
it's
know
called
how to
the
build it.
turnover unity. That's what it's about.
Yeah, they don't know how to
Right?
do that.
All right, now, Joe Esposito is our pension guru, right? We put our pension guru, Joe Esposito, up against Shanahan, the pension guru, any day of the week.
Thanks, John. Let me tell you something. To overhaul and look at the pension, it takes a lot of time and effort, and it takes a group of people. It's not just one person.
Right.
I just want to say that it's very important to take a look at it. Most people don't have the kind of time because they're working as drivers, 45, 50 hours a week. Most of them are working. They don't have the time to go look at that kind of stuff. They got to dedicate a lot of time.
Joe.
Hey, Joe, that's why we did that. Jumbo trying to reel him in.
Yeah, we trying. We're taking y'all advice. We're trying to get him. We're trying to get him. Y'all pray for us out here.
It's just a lot of things that go on, Joe, all right? It's a lot of things that go on. You guys are looking at very specific issues half the time. I come to work, UPS don't bother me, they ain't looking down my throat. I'm not getting hauled in the office over crap and nonsense because they know better. Because I'll start unleashing grievances like tenfold and go after everything that I want to. And I'll go file the grievances right with the labor board on top of that and say, yo, I'm not getting the union protection I deserve. The company is shorting me, and I will start to file criminal charges because I'm sick and tired of getting my personal property taken from me and no one not doing what they're supposed to do. It's a big problem.
Right. What Joe just said for y'all, he just said, listen, if he has to, he'll go to war with anybody, no matter who it is, to get what the members deserve.
That's a simple way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of myself getting cheated because I know if I get cheated, everybody else is
Right.
getting cheated.
Right.
That's the thing. The one thing I say about Joe, he's very, very detailed. He's
Yes.
very detailed.
Yes.
So he's thorough with what he says, and he's very detailed. Like I said, Jumbo says, sometimes he loses, but he's very detailed and passionate about what he says.
Now I know another issue came up, and I know we're gonna jump in front of it before it happened. Everybody was concerned already about three slates. Well, if Rob goes on his own, it'll be 4 slates. But I want to introduce again these facts. 2016, 3 slates ran. The only reason why the guys that got back in office, and I think we all in agreement here, is because of Bill Shanahan. He was just supposed to be this great guy, and this, that, and the other. We all agree to that, right? Shanahan was the only reason why they won. They didn't vote for Unity Slate. They voted for Shanahan. Shanahan is no longer that guy anymore. 37 votes. So we was that close. A lot of the things that we're doing now, that we plan to do, we didn't do in 2016.
And don't forget, we upset him. We won 1 seat.
Yeah, and we took 1 seat away from him with Shanahan there. So all the guys, and I'm gonna put it back out there. So everybody that's planning on running, is that their offer is still out there. We'll come down and do the show together. We'll go downtown. We'll sit down and let the members decide what's going on. You can put your platform, what you've been doing, how you can plan to continue to make the membership better, whatever the case may be. So it's up to Rob. The ball is in his court. We put it out there, but we cannot tear down what we built up just, to say we get in office or whatever. So it is what it is. We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing. Matter of fact, we're going to be out there this weekend giving out flyers again from what other members are saying about the e-board. Not about what we're saying, but about what the members are saying about the e-board. So,
Who we taking to dinner?
oh yeah. Let me put that back out there. I don't know if you guys saw the post, but what I did was, everybody here knows on Mother's Day weekend we give out flowers to our mothers here at 623. It's been very, very good. Everybody loves it. The mothers love it, and it's just our way of giving back to mothers. So this year we're going to do something a little bit different. We're still going to give out the flowers, but we're going to pick 2 mothers, one from Oregon Avenue, one from the airport, and we're going to take them out to dinner the Saturday before Mother's Day. And we're going to have a drawing. We're going to go around getting all we need is, you don't have to buy any tickets. All we need is your phone number, email address, and name.
And what building?
And what building you from, and we'll draw, and that's how it's going to be. All right, so this just another way of us getting more participation. Let you guys know we're trying to build relationships back with our membership, because there's just a big divide right now between that position, leader and member, and we got to bridge that gap.
You know what? Another thing, a lot of times we can't get to everybody.
Yeah.
So you can also private message Richard Hooker on our 623 page.
Or any
with
of
the
us.
name, any of us.
Yeah.
With your name, email address, and we'll put your name in the drawing.
Yeah.
So if we can't get to you personally, you can find us online.
Yeah.
So this way everybody has a chance.
Right. So don't forget, if we're gonna start it probably beginning of March all the way up until Mother's Day weekend, right? And then we'll announce the winners on that Wednesday show before Mother's Day, and then we'll come pick you up, take you out, have a good time. You know, build that relationship up.
And don't forget, we're picking up another TV.
Oh yeah, we getting another TV, and we're gonna raffle that off. 55-inch, 4K UHD, $1 ticket. All the proceeds, you know what it's going for. To get these guys, we gotta get these guys out, man. These guys gotta go. We gotta protect our members from UPS, protect them from any legislation against unions, stop the company from dominating us. You know, we got a lot of work to do. It's not gonna be easy, but we up for the challenge. We up for the challenge.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing, man? What?
I have something, but it's not for here yet.
I got something.
What you got?
I got something. Number one, you threw me under the bus.
Who that, me?
You threw me under the bus.
What I do? What
In the
happened?
cafeteria last night.
Right.
Anthony Battle beat me up. Took me up. Oh, man. I gave Hooker a brown hoodie for him. I said, this is for Anthony Battle, right?
You know,
He's like, how you gonna give me a pink hoodie? I said, what you talking about? How you gonna give me a pink? He's talking about Hooker gave me. I said, Hooker gave you a pink hoodie. I said, that sounds like Hooker. That sounds like Hooker.
I'm gonna tell you something. Rich, my man, and all, but Jumbo is right. He didn't give it to him.
Hey man.
I was there when he
Hey
gave it to
man.
him.
Hey, I think I gave that brown hoodie to
Oh man, he beat me up. I
Hey,
said, yo, dude.
man, I get it
He beat me
somebody.
up too.
Oh man, he beat me up.
He told me he gave it to his wife. Yo, what y'all give me a big hoodie for?
Yeah, I
Gave it
forgot
to
who
his
I
wife.
gave it to.
Don't make no
I gotta
difference.
look at it.
I said, yo. I said, I know Hooker did. It sounds just like Hooker. He told me, jump. I'm gonna wear a pink hoodie. I'm like, that's Hooker.
Hey, I wear a pink hoodie.
Yo, who is the new labor manager?
Slattery.
No, it's somebody else.
Oh,
Slatter was already.
Yeah, Slattery, but there's another guy that Slattery's supposed to be training. I don't know his name. I haven't met him yet, but he's a new guy that's with Slattery. I don't know his name yet.
okay.
Is he
I don't know.
white,
Never seen
I
him.
haven't.
American?
I haven't met him.
I haven't seen him.
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Does anyone know anything about his potentials? Has it been posted on UPSers.com yet?
No,
I don't know anything about it.
I don't know. I have no idea who he is. But there's somebody supposed to be walking around with Slattery.
Yeah,
But I haven't seen him yet.
I don't know.
Maybe Rob left because Renee Fender left, and now he's got to do some real work because Flattery's a lawyer, and they really think they can't beat lawyers. So I don't know.
No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. He may be a lawyer, but I know of battles that we went up against labor managers who were lawyers and we won. So I know a lot of people say, man, what experience y'all have? Fact of the matter is, we have already went up against the labor managers who are lawyers who have law degrees, and we've won. We've already done it, and we're not afraid to do it again.
I think we all understand here how UPS tries to manipulate the facts, tries to take whatever phrase they think inside the contract benefits them. There's a legal concept, which I've told a couple people about. That's a doctrine of contra, and I can't pronounce the last one. Well, basically what it says is that when you have a grievance against the drafter of the contract and it's ambiguous, unclear, that it goes against them, not for them, as UPS thinks. And I think we all need to understand that moving forward. That's a big deal because it happens a lot. Matter of fact, the stuff that's even clearer, they ain't even getting in their favor.
Yeah.
So, I want to know where everybody's at and trying to make sure that we end this negativity against the fellow members and start joining together and making sure positive things happen for the members by sticking together when people file grievances and speak up.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, Joe. We don't. Some of that is the members' problem, but the majority of the blame for that is the leaders don't teach that, they don't educate our members on that fact. I mean, they're the ones that the reason why the grievance is sold out majority of the time. So it's hard to present or try to convey unity in that process when the leader is the one that's selling me short during the process. You know what I mean? That's hard to do. That's why I hope people pay attention, man. And these guys just have to go. Just the bottom line. We can't get around it no more. We gonna keep going down this road if we don't. And so.
All right, now I got a problem. It was a problem in the hub, right? So I'm gonna use Clarence as an example. All right, we on one yellow. You ride up. You're a hazmat responder, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a manager. I tell you to get off the mule and load the can. I'm instructing you to load the can. What would you say?
All right. First off, if I've never loaded before, I'm gonna tell you, are you going to train me to do so? because you can't do a job that you're not trained to do. Secondly, you can't fail to follow instructions. You do got to follow instructions. But the fact of the matter, but if you're a hazmat responder, a leaker goes before anything loaded. So if you're responding, that actually goes above loading the can because it's a safety issue.
No, I got that.
Anything safety wise goes above that.
I got that. You're a hazmat responder. You getting ready to go to a leaker, right?
Yeah.
But the manager tell you, stop. Get in the can and unload right
No.
now, and load the can right now.
If I'm going to a league, I would tell my response to them would be, after I go get this response,
Then I'll come
neutralize
back,
it,
right.
make sure it's not dangerous, and solidify it. Then I'll come back and load the can, not before.
All right.
Because actually in the contract it says leakers take precedence over anything else. So if you were going to a leaker and you start that leaking package, you are obligated to finish that package before you start anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just used that as an example, right? We had a person fired.
Ooh.
We had a person fired. Now, it wasn't a hazmat. I just used you as an example. They was instructed to do something. They told the manager, I wasn't trained to do that. Can you show me how to do it? The manager said, I'm instructing you to do it. He said, I don't know how to do it. Can you do it? Can you show me how to do it? They fired him. Go on the panel.
What?
Wait,
Go on the panel.
I think I know what he's talking about. I think he's talking about the case over in container unload.
Yeah.
If you're on building shift, the guys on building shift they had to take a 1 week class. The ramp guys to learn how to do all the can stuff and all other stuff.
Right.
You cannot 2-week class. You cannot instruct somebody to work unsafe. I'm telling you, they are not worth your health. It's not worth your safety. And there's no way he should have been fired.
He was unloaded.
There's no way he should have been fired. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Man, that's
There's no way he should have been fired.
And he's been out,
Now
and they
going to
taking the
panel?
panel. I think South Carolina.
That's sad, man.
Well, who?
It's sad.
Who
And
was
what
the-
happened is they escorted them out. They wouldn't let the shop steward write agreement. The shop steward had to write agreements in the crosswalk in the guard shack.
That ain't right.
What
You have to-
the hall say?
Hall said we go on the panel. What do you mean? They say we go on the
Say
panel.
this again.
They
The
should
guy was a shifter, right?
No, unloading.
Unloader. And they wanted him to do what?
Lock a can in.
Lock a can.
We push the cans up and you gotta lock them in.
Yeah.
But they're not trained for that. All they trained to do is unload.
Okay.
You have to be
You know what?
trained.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna tell you a little something about the unload, because now they got their racks out there now,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I was over there one time, and it was a leak, a real bad leak in the can, and they was like, well, we going. I said, look, first off, I'm going to unload the can until I get down to where the leaker is. Secondly, he's all we got to move the can. You got to slide. I said, I'm not moving this can. If you want this can moved out the way so that you can put another can there while I'm cleaning it out, then you get the building ship guys to move it. I'm not moving.
Right.
First off, you can't move a can by yourself. It's supposed to be 2 people.
Right.
Because it got to be 2 people on the side
Right.
guiding you. So you can't move by yourself. So they didn't fire me, and I told them I wasn't doing it. The fact is, they do it to the people that they do it to because they know nobody's going to stand up for them. Me, I stood up for myself.
Yeah, but-
I told them
but
I'm
the-
not doing it. You get somebody else to do it. They're not cleaning it
But
up.
the hall should have went down there and said, "Yo, man, this ain't gonna happen." I don't understand why they did.
I'll just say this. When I was working out on the ramp, they made it quite clear to me not to handle anything but the cans and the tugs. And that was it. And that was my job. I wasn't to go in and go unload. I wasn't going to help load to try to get the plane out on time. I was there to sit, wait until they say the plane is clear, put it on the tug, guard it out to the weight check, get it weighed, then get it to the plane, get it in order so it goes in the right spot. I'm just saying that's what I did. Now I don't know why the standard seems to be changed here, but it seems like UPS wants to try to save a little money by getting people to work out of the jobs that they're trained to do.
All right. Well, now I'm gonna go back to Russ McPaul. One thing about Russ McPaul, he was fair. He was tough, but he was fair. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot has changed since he's left. A lot. He was fair. I mean, he was fair. You know what I mean? If he catch you wrong and you say I'm wrong, don't do it again. If you say you did it, you didn't do it, and he seen you do it, you're out of here. Right? But a lot has changed. You know what I mean?
You know what? Here's the thing. here's the contradiction of our union. And Rich, you can speak a little bit more on this because you put the grievance in. Now, if you're not trained to do something, you're not supposed to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we had doubles not too long ago, it's a couple years ago, they had doubles, and the contract says if you do sorting all that stuff on the preload, you get an extra $1.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the people on preload always got the extra $1. But this year, that year that Rich put the grievances in, they were told by the labor manager and the BA that because they wasn't trained to do the job, even though they did the job, they wasn't trained to do the job,
Right.
that the company didn't have to pay them an extra $1.
And they did the job.
And they did the job.
They did the
It's all
job.
about working. Listen, Article 54 makes it clear. It's all about working in the classification. You don't have to be qualified to do the job. UPS just needs to use a bargaining unit to do the job, period. End of story. That work is ours and ours first.
But
They
they
can't
should get
go
the
in-
dollar, right?
They should get the $1. Just to say, if there's
Right.
work on the preload, if someone on midnight not be able to do such as, let's say, load package cars, UPS needs to go utilize them, put them in a spot, put a supervisor next to them, so they can train them and show them what to kind of do, so that guy can kind of get through the night. Because the body needs to be there that's a union person
Right.
for a supervisor.
That's right.
Plain and simple. There's over 3,000 members. 3,000 members should have the right to do a lot of extra work all the time because people call
It
off.
was,
'Cause every time I went in the office, they said, 20 call-offs here, 20 calls here. Yet I wasn't getting my lunch bought every day on a preload.
16 people. I remember it was 16 people that filed that grievance to get paid because they didn't get that $1. And
They didn't get paid?
No, they didn't get it.
I sat
The
there.
BA
the
gave
BA
it.
and the labor manager said, "Well, we didn't train them. They're not going to get paid." And it was so bad that the BA said she told me to turn the page in the contract. And this is where it says it at. And I'm like, what? They had. Yeah, they said they didn't. It says they didn't train them. They said you gotta be trained to get, to do the job.
But it's not.
Yeah,
But the thing
you
about it is-
worked in the highest classification sort of Article 54.
They did the job. That's not
Right.
our people did the job. They're
Job.
supposed to get paid what they're
The
supposed to
rate.
get paid.
That's right.
Has nothing to do with whatever. They did the work. They should have got paid.
If someone came off the street and they tried to test them as a sorter, they automatically get the $1. UPS ain't waiting to give them that $1. They automatically get the $1 off
Right.
the street. We had a situation with a girl down at Oregon Avenue. She was busy working a low volume job, right? The unclear language is in there in the current agreement that we're at until the new one gets ratified. She was supposed to get $1 an hour. The supervisor that she talked to said she's supposed to get $1 an hour, right? She filed a grievance to go get it. And the only reason why she found out she's supposed to get that $1 is because she worked the preload and never got the $1 for the preload. I told her, file a grievance, here's what you say, and she got paid.
Right.
Maybe not all she should have got paid,
Right.
but she got paid for the time she worked on the preload. So how does that work out? That's what I'm saying. How did they not pay yours and then they paid this one?
And I'm gonna tell you, this was about a couple years ago.
Hold on one second. All the guys that's watching the show, just got this message from Hector Fortis. He says 804 is in contract meeting right now, and it's not looking good. So everybody want to know what's going on. It's not looking good for the 804 guys.
So if y'all worry about your virtual checks, let y'all know now. It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a while, y'all.
But Hector, keep fighting.
Oh yeah.
Hector, you need a living wage in New York, and quite frankly, what UPS pays up there, that ain't it.
Yeah. Well, Hector, y'all keep fighting. We behind y'all 100%.
If they need help, we be down there
Oh
at
yeah.
the gates for sure.
And we
jump
be
on the
there.
train,
Yeah, we be down there about an hour and a half. Yeah, but I saw some people that just jumped on here from a lot of older members, not in age but in seniority for as time worked at the company. The $6 million shortfall that was talked about, the reason why Shanahan was pushing the yes vote so hard was we found out why, the reason why there was no information to why it was short was because he didn't want us to know. He did not want us to know. There was a letter drafted for us to know. He said no, don't let the members know. So again, this is what we have in the principal office position now. I'm hoping that you guys wake up and understand that you gotta vote, man. You gotta vote. We can't keep talking about how bad they are and what they're not doing and this, that, and the other. It sounds good. Thank you for the messages. We appreciate it. Thank you for the emails and the texts and the private messages and the phone calls. But if you don't put that on paper, guess what's gonna happen? Nothing.
We need for everybody who's saying they're gonna vote for us. We need for y'all to get 10 people on your crew
Yeah.
to vote. Big time, we need 30 votes from you, big time. 30. Give us 30, that's what we need. Everybody can't, like Hooker said, you can't keep saying, I'm voting for you, I'm voting for you. We need your whole crew to vote. If everybody who's voting for us can get 10 people on their crew to vote for us, that's a big help. But big time, we need 30 from you, big time.
And again, the bylaw amendment, it passed its first stage.
Friday.
This Saturday is the second reading of it. But the big meeting is March. Everybody that's watching this show in our local, you got to tell people in your box line, tell the people on your belt, tell the people that you work with, that you sort with. You got to tell them that, March's meeting is very, very important. You got to be there because that's what we vote. We vote in the hall. 66%, 2/3 of the people in the hall has to vote yes in order for this to get approved. So if you want transparency, if you want to know what's going on, or in contract negotiations and all these kinds of things, the only way to get it is to ensure that you come down to that hall third Saturday in March, I believe it's March 16th, and vote yes for the bylaw amendment. You got to be there. You got to vote. Because if you don't vote, don't be mad if the next contract come back and they don't tell you nothing. Because we had a chance to change that now. Now, we can change it now. But it's up to you. You know what I mean? Hey, I appreciate that, Hector. And we got y'all back too, man. Hey, but look, y'all gotta vote. Y'all gotta vote. March is very, very important. We're gonna be out there getting, making sure you guys know what's going on with it. Because if you don't show up, it's gonna be the same old, same old. These guys gotta go. Gotta put it on paper. And we gotta stand together and get these guys out. Oh. All right, y'all. We gonna get ready to get out of here.
You gotta get shout out. Shout out. Trey McCutcheon.
Oh,
BA.
yeah. Trey McCutcheon. Shout out to being the newest BA, Local 89. Oh, and shout out to you, Stephen Pearson, man. Them Blue Devils came back on y'all last night, man. I knew y'all thought y'all had it, but go Duke. But we gonna get ready to get out of here. Get ready for our sister show, the Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign. They do a great job. We do a lot of work with them. A lot of labor people in the city. So again, we need you guys to vote. You ready to go on? Oh, okay. All right. Well, we got a few more minutes. So again, March's meeting, very, very important. Be there. Don't say, oh man, I forgot. I couldn't make it. And then come next time we have a contract.
Well, you know what I mean? I'm going to get in trouble for this one, right? But, I'm always in trouble. Rich Carroll, keep saying you're going to show up. You ain't showed up, man. We need you to come to March meeting, Rich Carroll.
Right.
What's up with that?
And bring,
big time? Where you been at,
hey,
big time?
bring Stan.
Big
Stan,
time?
you come
Oh,
on
you been
out.
at Big
Big
Time?
time, Matt, all y'all.
I got one quick thing. Someone told me a rumor that in Southwest Center that they're having a...
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Alright.
Don't do that.
Oh, I know you're talking. Yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh, I want.
Hey, but listen. Hey, we need you guys to need you to vote. Come out to the hall and vote. Very, very important. It benefits all of us, not a particular slate, a particular person or people. It benefits every single body. So you got to come out. If you want transparency, you got to vote for it because can't nobody take it from you once this go in there. It's going to be in there from now on. All right? And that was the key for us to put it in the bylaws so couldn't nobody come in, any principal officer come in and say, oh, we're going to do it this way. No, you're going to have a contract committee with rank and file members so we'll know what's going on.
And I got one other thing to say. How does Bobby Curry keep finding out more? He knows more than the 623 members. What's going on? He keep posting this and that, right? Like, and 9 times out of 10, some of the things is true he posts. I want to know how is it that somebody is no longer a member of 623 knows more than their own members? They won't even let our members know what's going on. That's sad. You can speak on.
All I'm saying is, we'll do it later, Reggie. That's very interesting. He knows a lot more gossip inside 63 than a lot of members do. He's outside of 63. It seems like other locals around us are well connected and unified together and talk about stuff and talk about people who they know inside 623 that they know, and then they talk back and forth and they find out everything.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well,
because they're the people that don't want to fight, so they can verse someone they think is not fighting, and then all of a sudden they find out, oh, whoa, wait, now I can leak that out, and I won't be to blame. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, we'll see, man. But
Because let me cut you off. I mean, did y'all announce? Y'all didn't announce the meeting that y'all was having a meeting with Rob Wartby last week, did y'all?
I don't know. I might have. I don't
I
know.
don't know, because I mean, some of the things he found out, like I'm like, what? You know what I
Yeah, he
mean?
might
I
have.
didn't know. You know?
Yeah. He might
That
have.
right.
I don't know.
I was shocked he knew all this stuff.
Yeah.
I was very amazed. Very amazed. But you know what I like? I like that he keeps fighting unity because he's trying to disprove the unity with the membership they think that they have.
Well, that's like Rob Wartby. Rob Wartby, we invited them to come to this show, right? The members want to hear from Rob Wartby.
Yeah, they do.
We
They
don't
do.
know. You know what I mean? Now, next
do.
meeting, you know, I mean, it's his right to say what happened.
Right.
Shanahan can't stop him from saying what happened. He can say what the members want to hear from him. If you don't want to do it down here, come to our show. Oh, one other thing, Dana, we still invite. Our invite still is out, Dana. You look at me every night. Does that mean you coming up here? You stare at me. Ryan Venny, I called you Ryan Venny. So, you know, Bobby Curry says he's coming in October. The whole country, Bobby Curry, we're going to hold him to it. I know once the whole country know about it, he can't back out. So once again, Ryan Venny, I called you. All right, now we see what happens. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that I want to see how many times Rob Wartby actually speaks up at a union meeting from now till May.
You don't see that.
I want to see him speak up. I want to see him, you know, address the issues
Right.
that the strivers are having and let the membership know what they are. Because he's no longer on the executive board. He's with the regular people trying to make sure that justice is served to his members inside his center, Mayfair.
Rob Wartby was on the inside for years. Rob Wartby know where the dead bodies at. That's time for us to find out where they at.
Hold it. You mean his own dead body? Because I
No,
remember
the dead body. He know where the dead
next
bodies
time I
buried.
remember, he was coming in 2 hours early doing scan checks.
All right, well,
Well, I talked to somebody today, and they said they never heard him talking to me. They want to know what they think. You know?
Yeah, especially if you're going to run for a top spot.
Listen, I've been to a lot of meetings, and I don't think I've ever heard Rob Wartby ever speak up at a meeting. He might have spoke up at stewards meetings, but the stewards meetings, and this is the big problem with me as a member, the stewards talk about stuff at the stewards meeting, and when they come out at the regular general membership meeting, very little ever gets repeated about what goes on there, what issues that UPS is trying to press against the membership to make everybody aware of what we need to fight about, to unify together with. And that's why unity is not unifying with the membership, period. End of story.
And they got trouble. They're looking for people to fill out their team. So
Got begged to be on the team, didn't
right. They're in a lot of trouble. They're in a lot of trouble. So what we gotta do is we gotta make sure we keep the pressure on guys. Make sure they don't make it.
yeah, because the people saying, like, look, okay, how bad is Shanahan? If Rob Wartby stepped down, quit, or got fired, how bad is he? Rob, just tell us how bad he is.
Right.
It had to be something. People want to know, how bad is he? What happened, Rob?
Well,
if you
It's
couldn't
Kevin
work,
Mallett.
if you couldn't work for him, no, but go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. Now, coming from the meeting on Sunday, he said he's like a dictator. In my way, like Hoffa. Him and Hoffa the same person. So there you go. That's what we got from that. They're the same person.
Well, they want to hear from Rob Wartby.
Well, we got
They don't
like
wanna
you
hear
said, he
from
got to
Jumbo and Hooker.
say. Right, he got to say something. All right, but we gonna get out of here. Sherry's here. Time to go. Don't forget March meet. You got to come down there and vote. We got to vote these guys out of office. If you want to stand a chance against the company, we got to vote them out. So the choice is yours. You see what we've been doing. You see where we at. We're not going to stop. So again, keep telling us they bad. You keep saying they got to get voted out. Here's your chance. Don't blow it this time. All right? Peace out. God bless. We love you guys. 623 Lives Matter.